Final call means I'm cutting it very fine. I could be missing this. The Emirates chauffeur has collected me for the business class flight from Bangkok to London. There's a 1-hour connection in Dubai, which is going to be pretty tight as we run through the airport from one gate to another. The car itself is very nice. It's a brand new black BMW with brown leather seats and plenty of free water included. That's one of the business class perks with Emirates, and it's pretty nice on a day like today when it's heavily raining outside and you really don't want to be flagging down a taxi. It makes the whole business class experience feel pretty good when it starts at your home, your hotel, your office, rather than just at the airport check-in desk. I'm also a little bit anxious about this connection in Dubai, so it's nice to have that smooth start to the process. At the end of the video, we'll talk a little bit about booking and how to make sure that you do get the business class lounge in your Emirates ticket, because I've seen stories online of people who have booked business class and the lounge or the chauffeur have not been included. Then they get to the airport and they're pretty disappointed. There are a few little things you can do to make sure you get that included with your business class ticket. So we'll have a look at that at the end of the video. But for now, let's just relax, enjoy the ride, and I'll see you in the lounge.
Today we got a boarding gate 114 start boarding flight A373 December departure Dubai London Gatwick. You can park for the fast track lane that side and take a train going to the new terminal.
Sorry, this is Wi-Fi for using inside the lounge. When the flight is ready, there will be an announcement.
I'm in the Emirates Lounge before the flight to Dubai. This is a new lounge in the satellite building at Suvarnabhumi Airport, which only opened in early 2024. So it's very modern, it's very clean, and it has all of those modern features like the wireless phone charging and all of the different types of plugs and adapters. All of the seats are really clean. I've chosen one at the very end of the lounge where it's a little bit quieter and there aren't too many people. You can get plenty more tables and chairs in the dining area further down, and there are bigger spaces with TVs to relax in. But I wanted somewhere a little bit more peaceful before this connection in Dubai. There are lots of staff in this lounge and they're all very friendly and very helpful and attentive. One girl even served coffee, brought it over. They take away the cups really quickly. They're always on hand to help. There's also a great selection of food, loads of different dishes. There's starters, desserts, main courses, drinks, lots of alcoholic beverages, lots of different types of soft drinks, coffee, plenty to keep you occupied for an hour or two. I'll be having some food in a minute before I have to take the flight. That's on an Emirates A380, which is about 6 hours to Dubai. And then it's an A350, the new plane in the Emirates fleet, to London, which is about 7 hours and 45 minutes. The connection is 1 hour. It wasn't 1 hour originally. I think it was about 1 hour and 45 minutes, but Emirates tinkered with the flights and they changed them around, and I had an email notification to say they'd been changed, and now it's about 1 hour, which is about the shortest connection time you can get in Dubai because it's such a huge airport. I've had connections before in Dubai and it can take quite a while to get from one gate to the other, especially if the gate is in a different terminal. You sometimes have to take a shuttle bus, you have to go through security, and then sometimes they have security at the gate. So it's going to be a really tight connection. I'm not feeling too hopeful about it, actually, especially if there's any delays taking off from Bangkok, which sometimes there can be. If we land in Dubai, we have to get off the plane very quickly. We have to walk pretty speedily. There's not going to be time to relax in the lounge in Dubai, which is usually quite a nice thing to do. It's just going to be a case of getting from one gate to the other and getting straight onto the next plane for the next flight. So I'm going to spend an hour or two just exploring this lounge and having a meal, having a couple more drinks before we have to board the A380 for the flight to Dubai.
Can I see your passport, please? Thank you.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Alright, now here you can proceed to the second right over there, okay?
Very good, thank you.
Would you like to try our coconut water, fresh squeezed orange juice, or Moet Chandon?
Orange juice, please.
Enjoy your drink.
Thank you.
Today, please. Would you like to have the wine list for today?
Yes, please.
So we've finally taken off and it's a little bit behind schedule. The plane is now due to land in Dubai at about 1:50 a.m. and the flight to London is at 2:35. So that just gives me 45 minutes to make it through Dubai Airport, which is even tighter than it was before. It's going to be a real chase from one gate to the next to try and catch that plane. So hopefully the connecting flight is a little bit delayed, or they're going to hold it up for passengers like me. I hope so, because I need to get on that plane. In the meantime, I can just enjoy this Airbus A380, which is still one of the most amazing planes there is out there. There are 90 seats on this upper deck, 14 first class suites and 76 business class seats. And then in economy on the bottom deck, you've got 429 passengers in economy, so that is really cramped. And a lot of people, it's like a whole plane down there. On the upper deck, you also have the lounge at the back of the plane where you can have a hot drink, have a snack. Throughout the whole of the flight, you can go down there, stretch your legs and just relax for 20 minutes to break up the length of the flight. It's a nice place just to chill, and there's a couple of nice sofas on either side as well. So that's a lovely little addition to business class and one of the perks of being in Emirates. A hot meal is going to be served shortly. That's another 3-course meal. Still stuffed from the lounge, so I'm going to eat the meal and then take advantage of these reclining seats for a nap before we land in Dubai for this chaos through the airport to try and get that connecting flight. Now just 45 minutes to try and make it. An hour was tight, but now 45 minutes, I don't know if we're going to make that. I've just disembarked the flight from Bangkok to Dubai. It's 1:35 a.m. local time. We've got about 45 minutes to reach the gate before boarding. We come off at the A terminal, we've got to get to B22. So now we're heading to gate B22. This is going to be really tight. It's now 1:40, gate boarding closes at 2:15 a.m. Dubai time. The flight's at 2:35. And it's very busy. Right, departure. Time to take a lift on a shuttle bus to the next terminal, to B terminal. This is adding on more time to the connection. Heading over to B terminal now. One wrong turn or the wrong gate and might be screwed. Every second is precious. Every minute through the airport is valuable. Okay, now we're taking another lift to the B gate. On the departure board it says final call for London Gatwick. So final call means I'm cutting it very fine. I could be missing this. If it says final call, we better start running. Whew, looks like we made it just in time.
How are you?
Hello.
Thank you so much.
Whew. So I've made it onto the plane with about 10 minutes to go before the gate closed. It was about 2:05 a.m. as we went through. The gate closes at 2:15. Boarding closes at 2:15. So we've got about half an hour now to relax on inside this new Airbus A350 before takeoff for London. Yeah, the red one.
The vitality boost?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, so you can control your seat from here. This is called fitted anything. You have charging station here, mini bars. You have the sleepers. That's always there is two at the back, one in the front. So whenever after takeoff, it's gonna be situated just at the back. And if you need it, just
Thank you. We're just about to take off now. The plane is taxiing to the runway. The flight's now airborne. It's the new Airbus A350 and it's very smooth, it's very quiet. It's about 7.5 hours now to London, so I'm just going to take advantage of the reclining seats, change into my night clothes and have a nap and hopefully wake up in the morning in London refreshed for the Emirates chauffeur to the hotel. Breakfast has just finished and it's about 2 hours now until landing at London Gatwick. I slept for most of the flight. It was quite a very smooth flight. I've got about 2 hours now just to use the onboard Wi-Fi, which is better than on the Boeing 777s and on the Airbus A380s because this is a newer plane and a newer Wi-Fi service. So I've got a couple of hours just to use the laptop, check some emails and catch up with some tasks. Then at Gatwick, the Emirates chauffeur will be collecting me to drive into central London. When I'm at the hotel, we can catch up on that connection time, which thankfully I made it. We can look at when you're booking how to get the right connection, so you're not too long but not too short. And also how to choose a ticket so that Business Lounge and chauffeur are included.
a little bit more busy now here in the flight deck. We also already would like to say goodbye to you. Thanks for flying with Emirates Airlines. A pleasure for us.
Flying Emirates, we hope you've enjoyed your flight and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Cabin crew, prepare all doors and cross check, thank you.
Thank you. No passengers at the end.
No passengers, yes.
Bye-bye.
It was a pleasure to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello,
Thank
sir.
you.
Who are you?
Hello, I'm at the hotel in London after the flight from Bangkok to Gatwick with that tight 1 hour connection in Dubai. So I did make it. I made the final leg of the journey, even though the airport dash was pretty chaotic. This flight itself, the connection, under 1 hour, it's probably my least favorite connection I've ever taken in Dubai. And I will make sure not to book anything with that kind of tight connection again. The plane landed in Dubai at 1:30 a.m. local time, so by the time it's got to the gate and you've left the plane, it was about 1:40. The next flight was at 2:35 a.m., but the gate closes for the next flight at 2:15 a.m. So the final call for the flight was basically already happening as soon as I'd come off one plane. So there was only 35 minutes to get from one terminal on through security on the shuttle bus up two different sets of elevators and two different lifts to the gate for the next flight. That's 35 minutes. Now, I was leaving the plane from business class, which is quite efficient and speedy. It's going to take longer if you're in economy. Also, I like to say that I'm fairly in shape. So I was able to make that dash through the airport quite speedily, even after a 6-hour flight. If you're a little bit older, or you have a family in tow, or you have some kind of accident at the airport, you need to go to the toilet, that connection is going to be even more difficult. And the staff at the Dubai airport, they're not the most forgiving. That time is there, you want to get on the plane. I think they would hold up the plane if they realized that a passenger was late. They might delay the flight, but you don't really want to be risking that. You don't want to be relying on them to be waiting, especially if the flight has arrived with plenty of, with what they believe is enough time. You do want to make sure that you're getting to the gate, and 35 minutes, that is tight. It's not the most pleasant experience, and nobody wants to be late for their flight, so it can cause a little bit of anxiety. Now, the point is, if you're paying for a business class ticket, which is quite a big chunk of money, you want that connection to be relaxing. You want it to feel premium. And also, if you're paying for business class, you do get access to the lounge in Dubai, so you might as well take advantage of that. That's why I would avoid that 1 hour connection at all costs. The minimum connection, I think, should be around 2 hours, especially if you're booking business class, because you want the flight to be relaxing. If you're booking a connecting flight, you're not too bothered about getting to the destination airport too speedily. You can spend 2 or 3 hours ambling through Dubai airport, which in itself is like a giant shopping mall. You can spend an hour or two in the lounge, refreshing, having a shower there, topping up on coffee or food, and then you can amble to the gate without any rush. Even if you're in economy, you can walk around the airport, you can get a meal there, a snack, There's plenty of things to do in Dubai Airport. It's almost like a destination in itself. It's so big and there are so many shops. So choose the connection which is longer. I'm just looking on the Emirates website now for the same flight, but in a couple of months in advance. You have a connection which is 1 hour 10 minutes that they have listed on their site, which again I think is too tight. You have 2 hours. That's not too bad. Sort of the minimum I would be looking for. 1 hour 55. 3 hours and 50 minutes. That's not bad. You're going to have a lot of time. 3 hours and 20 minutes. I'd say 3 hours and 20 minutes is ideal. That gives you enough time to get off the plane and really take it easy and relax in the lounge. 7 hours. Now, I've done the 7-hour connection before and it's not pleasant. It's too long to be stuck in Dubai Airport. Once you've had a meal and a shower, that's 2 or 3 hours. Then you've got another 4 hours, which you're just trying to sleep on one of the seats that they have. In the lounge, it was not great. If you're in economy in the waiting by the gate, that's way too long. So 7 hours, too long, avoid that. After 7 hours, you're getting into much longer times. I think the rule is after 8 or 9 hours, you can actually leave the airport. After 8 or 9 hours, Emirates does provide a hotel for you. Then you get into 12 hours, 14, 19 hours, which is a whole different category of stopover. Because Emirates provides that hotel, you can leave the airport, you can have a walk around Dubai, go to the Burj Khalifa, go to the Dubai Mall, and they also provide a hotel. I've done that before. Emirates provided the JW Marriott. It gave me a chance to walk around the mall, go up the Burj Khalifa. So that's a really nice connection. It's at the opposite end of the 1 hour connection. So you really have to plan for that journey in advance if you want to have the overnight connection or the long 16, 17, 18 hour connection in Dubai. But it is there, and it's worth considering when you are booking if you want to incorporate that into part of your flight and in part of your journey. But the 1 hour, anything under 2 hours, try and avoid, especially the 1 hour. It's too short. Avoid that at Dubai Airport. Especially if you're playing for business class, I would recommend taking a bit more time. Unless, of course, you don't mind dashing through the airport to catch your next flight. But there is that risk you're going to miss it. So minimum of 2 hours, I would say. And that is all visible on the Emirates website. I do recommend booking through the Emirates website directly, as you can see the connection times quite clearly. The other thing you can see quite clearly is the type of ticket. Emirates has 4 different classes of their business class ticket. They start with Business Special, Business Saver, Business Flex, and Flex Plus. And then you're going up to first class. So those 4 tiers on the Emirates Business Class ticket are pretty important. The Special category, Business Special, is the cheapest. It doesn't include key features like the chauffeur, the lounge, or the seat selection, which when you're paying for business class, you kind of want those. And the next jump up to Business Saver, it's only about $100, so you might as well go for Business Saver because the chauffeur is great. I mean, a taxi from the airport to your destination, when you land here, like in London, that could be £150 from Gatwick to central London. But the chauffeur's there waiting for you. And then the Emirates Lounge access as well. So make sure that you go for that Business Saver option. And again, make sure that you use it. When you book it, you go through the Emirates website, because I have seen stories online of people booking through third-party platforms, Trip, Expedia, plenty of others, Agoda. There are many that sell flights, but they see the price, they see that it's business class, and they see the low price, and they think, oh, great. But without being able to check those features, which can be hidden on third-party websites, or not hidden, but harder to see, it's very important. You can pay for it and not get access to the lounge. So they arrive at their airport where they're leaving from, and they're denied entry to the lounge because it's not included with their ticket, which is not what you want to be happening. So I just think it's easier to book through the Emirates website. Make sure you're getting those features like the seat selection. When you're paying for business class, obviously you want seat selection, the lounge access, and the chauffeur. These small perks. Now, you can also see the type of plane when you book through the Emirates website. They have the Boeing 777. Some of those they haven't been refurbished and retrofitted with new seats, so they can be a little bit older. You have the Airbus A380, which is the absolute king of the skies with the 2 decks. That's a great experience flying. And then you have the newer Airbus A350, which was the plane carrying out the flight from Dubai to London Gatwick for this journey. That's pretty new to the Emirates fleet, and it was very smooth, it was very quiet. And they have the exact same seats in their business class as they have in the A380, those seats that feel almost like a mini cabin, a mini suite. So the Airbus A350 is also a great plane to take. It had everything you needed. The small little social area at the back, you don't get too much like you do with the Airbus A380, but when you book with the Emirates website, you can see these different planes. And if you're an aviation enthusiast, you might want to try different planes. So having a quick recap, the connection, too short, 1 hour. I tried to go for something minimum of 2 hours in Dubai. The perks, also just have a quick check that you're getting the most for your ticket. A bit extra, you get the business lounge and you get the chauffeur, and you can choose the plane. So overall, that was great. I'm glad I made the connection. I'm glad I made it to my destination. And I'm going to be going back in a week or two from London Stansted to Bangkok for that flight. So I'll see you again then in the next video.